If you've been following My Amazon Guy for any length of time, you've probably heard us say a couple of things. One, never negate a good keyword. And two, don't just go after exact match. Also go after broad and auto campaigns because those can be great ways to find new keywords. Now, the reality is you're probably wondering, what about times where search terms aren't performing? When do I negate keywords? How do I know when a keyword is a bad keyword and I should negate it? I'm going to share with you in this video how you can best identify where you're seeing wasted ad spend so that you can have more profitable campaigns. My name is Kevin Sanderson from My Amazon Guy, and let's go ahead and get into this right now. So I'm going to share with you behind the scenes one of our standard operating procedures that our team uses for negation. So this is what we do behind the scenes for our clients. So if you're trying to figure out, like, is this something that they actually use? Yes, we use this as our standard operating procedure. So I'm going to share with you this behind the scenes. So how do you know what you should actually even negate? Well, first thing you would do is you'd go into Campaign Manager in your Amazon accounts. You would go, you go to the little menu that's up in the upper left-hand corner. You go to Advertising, Campaign Manager, and then from there, you go to Measurements and Reporting and click Sponsored Ads Reports. So then what you're going to do is you're going to create a report. And it's going to give you a few different things to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick that you're going to download the search term report, and you're going to pick a time frame. I generally like to do it for as long as they'll let you go. Generally, they'll let you go to about 60 days out, or back in the future, or back in the future, thinking of a movie there. They'll let you go up to about 60 days in the past. You want to go about 60 days out. You could go 30 days. 60 days will give you more data, and you'll find more less than golden nuggets that you can get rid of, which will save you more money in the long run. Then what you're going to do is run that. And when you run the report, you're going to download it. It's kind of counterintuitive. A lot of times people look at this screen. I've done this myself quite a few times, where you click on, after you put in the variables that you want for your report, you think you go back and you click create report again. But no, it's actually just going to create another report, because when you put in the variables, it created the report for you. So you click the little download icon, kind of like what we've got here on the right hand side. Then you're going to download a report, and in that report, you're going to go in and you're going to filter a few things. So when you're filtering, you're going to be looking for exact match keywords and ASIN targets that you want to exclude. So basically what you're going to do is you are going to, if you're looking for exact negations you want to go after, you wouldn't want to use exact match keywords, like keywords that you were already using exact, because it's already exact. So you can take care of any levers you need to pull at the keyword level. What we're looking for more is broad and phrase. So for example, if we're going after quest bar, and we're showing up for, this is an oatmeal quest bar, but we're showing up for blueberry quest bar, and nobody's buying the blueberry quest bar. Blue quest bar could potentially be a negation. So we would only want to look for, because of the broad and phrase, because the exact, if we're just going after quest bar, that particular keyword is not going to be showing up for blueberry quest bar. Hopefully my example there makes sense. So then you're going to look for targeting that doesn't have that in it, and you're going to click OK. And what you're basically looking for is 7-day total orders column. And in that column, you're going to be looking for ones that have a 0. So if they have a 0, you're going to then sort the column for spend from largest to smallest. So that way you're going to focus on the ones where you're spending the most. So these are not exact match keywords, and they are spending the most, and you're not getting sales. So now what you're going to do is you're going to look for any times you're getting for, we recommend as a general rule, 20 or more clicks and no sales. So That might not always be the case. So, like, for example, if you're in furniture and maybe you have $1,000 couch you're selling and you have a 3% conversion rate, which is not unheard of for expensive products, that means you would need 33 clicks to get a sale. So, when in doubt, whenever conversion rate you're going for, um, if you're going to get about twice the number of clicks and not getting any sales, then you want to go ahead and negate it. So that's kind of going above and beyond. But as a general rule, if you're not sure and you have about a 10% conversion rate, plus or minus, saying 20 or more clicks and no sales is worth excluding. So you would make that a exact match, or sorry, an exact negative match. Then you want to look at basically do something similar, but you're going to look for anything with an ACoS above 90%. So you could either sort by what your ACoS is, or you could, if you like the advanced filtering options in Excel, you could do for 90% or more. And those go ahead and negate. So, yeah, you got a sale there, but it's above 90%. That's a pretty expensive sale. So then you want to negate that. Then some other options you might have for negations, which could save you some money in the long run, is just think about some logical things that might apply to your product. So if you have, going back to Quest Bar, only because it's on my desk, if you have Quest Bar and they have those Quest chips, maybe Quest chips just makes sense to negate the word chips. Or if there's other natural things that people might search for with that brand that are completely unrelated, I had found sometimes I had products where I had the word ounce, OZ in it, and I was showing up for Wizard of Oz. Well, Wizard made no sense to the product just because I had, the number of ounces that particular product, would hold. It made sense for the product, but I was showing up in auto campaigns for Wizard of Oz. I had nothing to do with Wizard of Oz. So Wizard became a phrase that I negated. Now, you might want to look for similar, for example, if you have apparel and it's for one particular gender, then you want to say, I would maybe negate the other gender. So, for example, if you're a women's shirt, maybe you'd want to not show up for men, man, guy, boy, male. Those would be obvious, as well as for women's shirt, or sorry, if you have a men's shirt, you want to show up for women, woman, lady, girl, female, because maybe every now and then you'd get a sale, but those shirts are designed differently for men and they are for women. So what are some of those for your particular product? So hopefully this was helpful for you. My name is Kevin Sanderson from My Amazon Guy. And if you'd like to learn more about our standard operating procedures, you can get our entire library of standard operating procedures. You can just check them out by going to myamazonguy.com/SOP. And happy selling. Take care.
Selling on Amazon doesn't have to be complicated, and we're here to make it easy for you. Just scan the QR or click the link in chat.